Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a hot piping cup of coffee in your hand right now because we have the newest tool for the repertoire that we're excited about, especially if you wrench, rotating your own tires. This thing is going to come in super handy. This is by the company RevStark. Just like all my unboxing and review videos, in the description box right below the video, top link will be this exact same impact wrench where you guys can read more about it and pick it up yourself and see what other people are saying about it. This, of course, is battery powered. It comes with a beefy 4-amp-hour battery. We got a 1/2 inch on it right there for all your different sockets. Let's go ahead and get this out right here. We do have this nice little case here as well, and opening it on up right here. So you of course have your instruction manual. You got a couple, looks like O-rings, maybe some extra parts there. You have your charger right here, which does have a red and green LED indicator light for charged or charging. And it also comes with sockets as well. And if I didn't mention that, there are two 4-amp-hour batteries. Two of them, not one, but two. So we have battery indicator lights right here on each battery. And it comes with a 21mm socket, 19mm socket, 22mm socket, 18 and 17 mil, and those are deep impact wrench sockets, and ranging from 18 to 22, I think you're going to be able to hit every single lug nut that potentially you need to use it. Now, with that said, I use impact wrenches for all sorts of different wrenching for my van, especially harder to reach places. What's nice about this is it's compact. Look at the size of that motor. You got your nice handle to it here. Let's go ahead and get a battery pack on in. Just like your normal power tools, lock that in place right there. You got your forward and reverse. You have a small LED light down here. Your forward and reverse button is right here underneath the motor. Forward, reverse. What's great is that this has stepless speed change. So right here, on top of the battery here, you see the little green LED lights right here. So as you can see, obviously that will change and change itself. Again, nice little LED light right there. Again, super nice and compact as well, even with that 4-amp-hour battery. Not too heavy, and I love the design of the nice compact little motor right there on top as well. Now, it doesn't come with it, but you do have your little belt clip tool. Pick yourself up a third-party little clip. I've done that for my other power tools, and especially if you don't feel like setting it down and you're working, you just hook that into the back of your jeans. I've hooked that onto my jeans, tool belt, you name it. Again, just a little belt clip here so you hang it upside down on your tool belt or jeans, etc. Again, this is absolutely fantastic, especially if you just leave this in your car. Super compact. If you, God forbid, ever have to change your tire on the side of the road, this will definitely come in a lot handier than getting the tire iron, etc. And typically what I like about these as well is even if your tire's off the ground and you don't have that leverage with the gravity, with the tire iron, even if the tire's off the ground, you can put your legs in between the tire, hold it with one hand, and the impact wrench will actually loosen the tire bolts. If you try to do that with a tire and iron, it'll just keep spinning around and around unless someone's pushing on the brake. But if you're alone, this definitely helps out a lot. And again, not just for this situation, for inside the engine compartment as well. Put a little WD-40 on some really hard bolts. Get these impact wrench sockets. Boom! Boom! Come off like a champ.
You could always just leave it in your car, and then if you need to work on some other bolt or nut in the house or in your shop, you go ahead and just take it out when you're ready to go. But anyway, my lug nuts actually have a key, and that's an anti-theft key right here. So I have the provided 21mm socket, and then the key goes in here like this. Obviously make sure it's going in the right direction for loosen, and let's go ahead and get it done. Taking that bad boy off really nicely. Now, if you have not taken your lug nuts off in quite a while, it might take a couple good turns before that thing loosens up. But here is a big tip for you here. Do not tighten it on without hand threading it on, or you could strip it. So in this particular case, what I do is I come in with my lug nut, I hand tighten it on, and then what I do is I get to the point where I can't hand do it anymore. Flip over your switch on the bottom, pressing it in on this side. Now let's go ahead and tighten it. Bada bing, bada boom. Done. Now, let me show you one that has been on there for quite a while, and it just takes a little bit of time. So in that regards, that lug nut has been on there for, oh goodness, probably 8 months or so, ballpark, something like that, through wintertime. So if you have a really stubborn one, just keep after it for a few more seconds and that thing will pop off just beautifully. And remember, with this impact wrench, you don't have to have the tire on the ground. You can have it off the ground. And with the torque, you literally, if it does start spinning on you, you can hold it with literally one hand while the impact wrench is loosening that up. Typically, you would always loosen it first and then get it off the ground, so the weight of the tire on the ground will be able to prevent it from spinning. So you could do it either or in this scenario. Also works great on my cart that I need to go ahead and redo all the tires and inner tubes. This was actually a free curb pickup. Reason why is all the inner tubes are bad inside. Tires are actually okay, so I probably just need some inner tubes, but again, same method applies, just obviously a 19 mil. This thing's been rusted on here for quite a while. You have a couple different options. Squirt it with a little WD-40, let it sit for about a minute or so, or just get after it straight up. A lot easier than expected on that one. It does have some rust on it though. And now I can fix my tire. And last example I will show you here is, I can't tell you how many times, especially with car maintenance, you have a very little tiny socket, tiny nut that is just rusted on there. Like, let's take a look at like this one right here. It's just caked in there. Spray with a little WD-40, get the proper socket extension, and that torque will just zip that sucker right off. Again, just like we saw on the side tire, lug nut, give it a little bit more time if it needs a little bit. He'll go ahead and just get that torque in there and then just zip it right off. Just remember, when you are tightening it, when it starts clicking on you, don't keep holding it down for a very long duration. Tighten it up, you'll hear the click, 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 and then that is nice and tight. Overall, it's a great tool. Love the brushless motor. Impact sockets do a great job. 2 batteries, definitely a thumbs up in my book.
Once again, guys, top link in the description box below is going to be this exact same impact wrench where you guys can pick it up yourself. But please, just like all my videos, please don't go into debt for anything I make a video about. But if you do have the cash and it does intrigue you, please go ahead and purchase on away. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button on your way out. Also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.